Imagine Tehran in the 1970s. Women in miniskirts, universities buzzing with Western ideas, a nation hurtling towards modernity. Now, picture the Iran of today. The contrast is jarring, almost unbelievable. It wasn't a slow decline. It was a cataclysm. A revolution that promised utopia but delivered something entirely different. You think you know why it happened, you've seen the photos. But the real trigger for this transformation wasn't what you've been told. The truth is far more deeply rooted and far more shocking. Imagine Tehran in the 1970s. It's a playground for the global elite where petrodollars fuel lavish parties and Parisian fashion fills the streets. You see a modernizing nation, a beacon of progress built on oil wealth and Western alliances. The Shah's vision of a new Persian empire seemed unstoppable. But beneath the glittering surface, a chilling silence was growing. The whispers in the bazaars spoke of a different reality, one of fear enforced by the dreaded Savak. A beautiful dream built on an invisible foundation of terror. Beneath the shiny headlines, a nation is furious.
Fresh bread, government subsidized.
And you're probably missing
warm
why.
tea. Get your warm tea
Imagine
here.
a city
Papers
where
for
new
travel.
skyscrapers cast long shadows over crumbling homes. While a select few celebrated unimaginable wealth, flaunting foreign luxuries, the vast majority felt left behind, their patience wearing thin. This wasn't just about money.
The signal is degrading.
It was a deep, simmering resentment
matter,
against
they
a
already have
system
the
they
location.
believed was
We
rigged,
have to assume
serving
they are listening
outside
right
interests instead of its own people. A quiet rage was building in the streets, a prez, and something was about to give.
They are rewriting history right before our eyes. And
What
these
happens
blueprints
when
prove
Marxists align with mystics? A kingdom falls. Imagine the cafes of Paris in the late 1970s. Here, the Shah's most bitter enemies gathered. You had secular intellectuals, hardened communists, and followers of a mysterious cleric exiled from his homeland. They shared nothing but a common enemy and a burning desire to see him deposed. They forged a coalition of convenience, a temporary truce to topple a king. But what happens after the monarch is gone? What dark bargain was truly struck in those smoke-filled rooms? Forget political manifestos. The true spark of the Iranian Revolution. It started with screams from a burning cinema. Imagine it. August 19th, 1978. Over 400 people are watching a film inside the cinema racks.
They let it burn!
Suddenly, the doors are locked from the outside.
This was not an accident.
The building
Where
is
are the
set on
police?
fire. The Shah's government blamed terrorists, but the public suspected his own secret police, Savak. This single, horrific act of mass murder became a point of no return, transforming protests into a full-blown revolution. But the truth of who lit the match remains shrouded in mystery.
For too long,
One man's
they have hidden the
miscalculation.
truth in the shadows.
The unintended
But the light of our
consequence,
memory
a religious
exposes
fervor
their
that
lies.
swallowed a secular state.
We stand at a precipice.
On January
The
16,
modernization they champion
1979,
is nothing more than
the
a
Shah
gilded
boards a
cage
plane
for the people.
what his government calls a vacation, a temporary escape. But you have to understand, this single act was a fatal error in judgment. It created a power vacuum of unimaginable scale. A void that would not be filled by another politician or a general with an army. Something far more ancient and far more powerful was waiting in the wings to claim the soul of the nation. Imagine the scene. February 1st, 1979. Millions flood the streets of Tehran, a sea of faces turned toward one man, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, returning from exile. To them, he was salvation, the end of a corrupt monarchy. They saw the dawn of a new freedom. But if you looked closer, past the cheering crowds and into the eyes of the returning cleric, you might have seen something else entirely. Not the promise of liberation, but the blueprint for a different kind of prison, one whose walls were just beginning to be built. What did they truly invite home that day? Imagine the promise of a democratic republic, finally within reach. The year is 1979. A coalition of secularists, leftists, and Islamists celebrates a shared victory against the Shah. But this unity was a fragile illusion. While the others planned for a new democracy, Ayatollah Khomeini and his clerical allies were playing a different, longer game. They began systematically isolating, then eliminating, their former partners. The very people who helped bring down a monarchy were now being pushed into the shadows. And something far more absolute was waiting to take their place. Your clothes, your music, your very thoughts, suddenly illegal. This is the blueprint for total control, forged in fire. The revolution was not just political, it became deeply personal. Imagine the universities, once hubs of vibrant debate, being the first to be cleansed, faculty, students, and Western ideas, all erased. A new morality enforced by the barrel of a gun.
They promise us a golden age.
This brutal purification was only the first step,
oil.
a foundation for something far more absolute. Can a nation ever truly escape its own history? Iran's struggle offers a chilling answer. Before 1979, you might have seen a nation racing towards modernity, a close ally of the West. Women in miniskirts walked the streets of Tehran. But beneath this glossy surface, a deep resentment was brewing. A tension between a thousand-year-old culture and a forced, rapid westernization was reaching its breaking point. The Shah's glittering throne rested on a volcano of discontent, and almost nobody saw the eruption that was about to change everything, forever.